Hey everybody, welcome to the AI webinar. Let us know in the comments where you're listening from. And today we're going to be just have a little start of getting started with AI. Simple screen setups, frequently asked questions. Let us know what you'd like to see. And we'll just get started. So this is the main interface of AI, the main performance page. This is where you spend 95% of your show time. You've got clips in the middle bottom here, so you can activate different bits of media, whether it be pictures or videos or live capture. And you've got media banks on the right hand side, so you can have different media banks for different types of videos. On the left hand side we've got our different layers here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So to start us off, let's just drag in some media into AI and play it. So to do that, you have to have your media encoded into the AIM codec. And that's really important because it allows AI to run the videos very smoothly, and it's always guaranteed that that video will run in AI as opposed to other codecs which could be a bit lossy or might not run as smoothly on the graphics card. So to add videos in, you can do a couple different things. One thing you can do is just drag and drop the individual videos. So if we go into the folder here, we can select a video file and just drag it into our bank there, and immediately you can see that we can go ahead and play that onto our screen in AI. You can also go in and multi-select a bunch of videos and drag them in, or entire folders. So there you go. So this show file is just the launch project. It has a screen already set up in it, but a lot of people would want to know, how do you build a screen in AI? So to do that, we're going to go to the bottom right hand corner. You got your AI logo. This is the main navigation pane for the whole program. So we're currently here in performance. But if we go into stage construction, you can see in this 3D environment we have a screen set up. And the screen properties are over here on the right hand side. We've got a scale width and height of 1.6 by 0.9, so that's a 16 by 9 screen, typical for HD widescreens, and a resolution of 1920 by 1080. So if you ever want to change those, you can just go ahead and double click into those boxes, and we could make this 1280 tab 720, and now our screen's running at that resolution. If we want to delete that from our stage construction, we can just hit the backspace button, and you can see it disappears. And to add a new one, we've got this top left hand icon. So that's adding a screen fixture. There's some other icons here, but we won't be getting into those in this video. So if you add a screen fixture, click at the bottom, you can see it starts off square. Now that's no good if we want to use widescreen or even 4:3, so we can change that scale width here. And this scale could be any units of measure that you want it to be. If you're using meters for your stage, you could go ahead and stick in 20 meters by 10 meters if that was the physical size of your screen. And we'll put in the resolution here, 1920 by 1080. So that's our screen setup. If we go back into the performance, we can assign a bit of media to that screen. So we'll just put a test pattern on that. And now to get something out of the output of the media server, we want to go into the bottom right hand corner, click outputs, and this is our output page. So we can do a lot of really cool things on this page, where the left hand side is your canvas. That's the screen that we created in the stage construction. The right hand side are the physical outputs on your machine. so you can assign specific regions from your canvas to your output. If I just draw a little box there, we're now sending that out of our output too. If I go back over to my cursor, give it a double click, take us to full screen, and now we're done. If you want a specific portion of your screen to be filled, you can always use these little dialog boxes in the bottom right hand corner to specify exactly how much. So say if you're using an LED processor that's only 1000 pixels wide by 1000 pixels high, you could select a region and send only that much out of your output. And then obviously it will stretch and skew the amount that you've sampled in the left. If we want a true one-to-one reproduction, we would just make this the same size on the left hand side as the right hand side. And there we go. And here as well you can move that box, so if you wanted to sample it somewhere in the middle, you could use this move tool and sample that section, or type in the exact values in the box here for more precise measurements. And there you go. So if you had something like an LED screen, you're now sending that portion of the image to the section of the LED processor. So for now, let's just go back to a full screen, and we'll head over back to the performance page. So in here, I'm just going to give this a little label so we know where our media is. We can take this layer, put a bit of video on it, and so how AI functions is this is your layer stack on the left hand side. All of your blending and effects between different videos happen on a top to bottom render order. So anything that's on the top layer will actually render on top of everything else. If you choose to have a little bit of transparency, you can start to see the content below that. There is support for alpha channels, so if you're using something like a logo with alpha, or some sort of black and white content, or white and alpha content, it will stack on top of each other. So yeah, so everything that this fixture is, we call these screens fixtures in AI. Everything that that fixture is sending will go to the output page. If I decrease the opacity there, you'll see that that's actually sending out of output 2 now. We can do a lot of other fun things in this main performance page. So a lot of people want to put effects onto their videos or colorize it in a specific way. I'm just going to make a new bank, and let's call this, we'll go into our content library, and I'll just drag in some content from lines and blocks. You can see it's just populating again. So if I click that, some very simple black and white content. It can be really nice for some sort of effect. You're doing a live show, you can decrease the speed of it or make it faster, and if you ever want to just get back to 0, double click the layer, apply defaults. So I mentioned very briefly, double clicking that layer, that brings up this layer adjustment panel, and this is where we can do a lot of cool effects with it. So you can colorize all of your content in that layer. If I close that down, you'll notice that whatever media we play on that layer holds that color information. And that's true for all of the parameters on this layer adjustment. So, and this can be used with a lighting desk where you've got palettes and color palettes. So if you're using your lights and you want your video and your lighting to look the same look, you can use a global shared palette on Titan, and that would share that color information with AI as well. And again, if you ever want to just get back to the original video, just apply defaults. There's a lot of interesting effects built in as well. So one of my favorites is the kaleidoscope, because it's very visual. and you can see immediately what's happening. So with all of these effects, you can edit them on the fly. So you can create just the look you're trying to go for by, changing the number of divisions, adding a bit of rotation speed in there. And even with standard media library, you can create thousands of new and interesting looks. And you don't have to render out new content. You can have something ready for every show. So yeah, I quite like the kaleidoscope. There's another one in here. If I just reset, it brings it back to 0. There's another one in here called Raindrops, number 92. And this one was used on the World Tour for the script recently. And this is quite a cool one. It's all generative effects. So if I increase the rain, static drops, and falling drops, you can see, if I just increase the speed a little bit, it's a live generative effect. Maybe we'll go to a different bit of media. And this is really nice having the flexibility because you can change it on the fly. So say the creative director is saying that there's too much going on, you could just bring back the amount of rain and your effect is still there but less obtrusive. So yeah, so that's the kind of the basics of getting started with AI. If anybody in the comments has any questions, we're here to answer them. So I'm Matt, I work here at Avolites in London, and next to me is Magic, the AI trainer. And we're here if you guys have any questions. We'll be going through a different series of little things you can do within AI and how to do them. We've got a bit of a plan, but we'd like to hear from everybody online of what you'd like to see. If there's any features that you're using that you're not quite sure about. So yeah, so that's, I think the takeaway from today is just how easy it is to get started with a single screen. You have your stage construction, where you build your screen, set your resolution. You have your main performance page where you can trigger your media and play back different clips on different layers. And you have your output page where you can assign regions of the video to be streamed out of your media server. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming, and we'll see you soon.